Thank you for watching this video. YeeFlow is a SaaS BPM and workflow solution, which helps you to create online forms, design workflow, and manage business data. YeeFlow integrates with Microsoft Teams. So if you are a Microsoft Teams user, you can install YeeFlow from Microsoft Teams App Store. In this video, I'd like to show you how will you use YeeFlow on Microsoft Teams. So you just log into Microsoft Teams with your account. If you noticed from the left bottom, there are apps icon. So just click this icon to go to the App Store. There are many apps already over here. So to install YeeFlow, just go to the search button, search text box, and type in YeeFlow. Here you go. You can see the app already here. Just click and hit install button. Once it's been installed, you can just open the bot or the app. So there are 4 tabs. The first one is the conversation tab for conversation with Microsoft Teams bot. Second one is YeeFlow tab, which include all the function for the workflow and form management. The third one is the admin tab, which is only accessed by the administrator of YeeFlow. It helps to manage the users, company profile, and user group, and so on. And the About tab, just a short information about the app. So if I click the YeeFlow tab, so firstly, it shows the screen that you need to sign in. Just click the sign in button. Okay, type in the password of your Teams account. Yes. So firstly, you need to sign up as a YeeFlow account. So you have 2 choices. So first one, start from scratch as a new YeeFlow account. Or if you already have the YeeFlow account already, you can associate your YeeFlow account. In this demo, I'm just trying to create a new one. So just type your company name. Let's say YeeFlow demo 002. And select the country where you are living and the time zone. And click continue. Okay, now you've already signed up to YeeFlow. So the first time you log into YeeFlow, it will have the welcome screenshot to give you a quick go through about how to create workflow and design and publish. So you can go through each of the steps, or you can just hit skip. So there are 4 tabs. First one, including all the published forms. And the second one is the list where you can manage your business data. And also here are some of the reports you can generate. And the fourth one my item, including all the activities that are related to the current user. So for example, you can manage the pending task. You can track all the company tasks, my request, my drafts, and you can set delegations. As an administrator, you can have the workflow session. This is only available for administrator. Oh, okay. So once you set up YeeFlow, the first thing that I'd recommend is to go to the admin tab. From here, the administrator of YeeFlow can manage the information and initialize some of the data and the settings. First one is the company information. So from here, you can set all the company detail informations. You can set others as the system administrator, and you can customize your stream. And you can manage locations, metadata, organization, cost center, groups, tabs, and positions. So from the location, you can actually create a location of your some of the office. Local, and here's just the ID. You can set the principal of the current location. This might be used in the future for the workflow approvals. Okay, and secondly, you need to go to the organization tab. So here are the organization chart and the user's informations. So at the first time, you have only your own in the organization, and you can add more users to the YeeFlow organization. Office 365 users. So just hit Office 365 users button, and I can type some of the users which already in the organization. This one, Williams. Okay. We can get some of the information like emails from the Office account, and probably you need to add more information, like you need to point which department and the line manager and the locations. And you can set other information as well. Just hit OK. So I'm adding one person who is report to myself. Okay, I'm going to add another users. Okay, so that shows. Okay, I like to set Williams as the line manager, and they are in the same organization department. Okay, same location. Okay, that's it. I'm going to change the default organization name to be a specific department name. So just click modify and change it to something like, for example, IT. So it's a IT department, and it's a department. Okay, hit OK. You can actually do add more departments based on your organization. For example, create another one like HR. Put let's say Williams as the HR department manager, and it's DP. All right. You can add more, and based on your organization. All right, I've already added 2 more people to the organization, and just go back to the YeeFlow tab. So let's get back to YeeFlow tab. So as an administrator, you can say as the form tab, there a button called Create Flow. So just click Create Flow. There are 3 options. You can create from scratch. You can also import from a template. We provide a template library as well, flow from scratch. You can pick up an icon, but it's not required. For example, I pick one leave request. A very simple leave request workflow, and you can say our stuff. Okay, for now, just leave it as default. Just click create button. Then it will ask you if you want to design the process directly. I'd like to click OK. Okay, here we jump to the workflow designer form. To design the first flow, start, click start button. There are also other workflow steps. One is a line manager, and second one is a department manager. Okay, so select the assignment task and drop here, and another assignment task, and then go add. Then you can connect the step one by one. All right. So set the first step. You click to select the first one, and there are 3 buttons. In the middle one is a setting button. Click the settings. From the right panel, set the name of the task as line manager approval, and set the assignee. So if you click assign editor, you can set the approver. So first one, you can choose to be a specific user, for example William, or another people. But for now, since it's a line manager, that means this depends on the submitter of the form. So we have the expression settings. Once you click expression and the form, the bottom, click the expression editor, and you select the instance context, and select submitter, and select line manager, and insert. That means the workflow first step will go to the line manager of the submitter. So add assignee, click save. So that's done. All right. Let's set another step for the department approval. Okay, assign the for the assignment editor. Let's choose expression and set for the instance context the submitter, organization, manager, insert. Okay, it will go to the organization chart and find the users and check the level and find the manager of the current organization. Okay, click save. Okay, so this is a very simple flow, and I'm going to design a very simple form to connect with the flow. And there's one, the third one is called page. Okay, this one, and we manage all the pages and the forms using this one. So first one is the request page. We say leave request. And click edit. So first they set the applicant information. Just drag this control. Actually, it's very simple to use. There's just three parts. The left one includes all the controls that can be used to design the form. And in the middle one is the layouts for the form. And the third one is the properties settings for the selected of the part. It's very simple. Okay, so then we can select, let's say, a data pick. Let's say this is from, and to. So let's say from a date to another date. And then we can have another text area as the living region. Okay, it's very easy. It's very simple. So just the three fields, and then we can put the workflow history, so that the submitter can see the flow status as well. So yeah, I think that's all. Even you have other controls you can use. For example, you can have the drop down. For example, you can set leave type. I'm just leaving choose 1, 2, 3, the default value. Okay, you can set the read only or required. Let's say the leave type is required, and the from is required. The to date is required as well. Okay, so you can, once you complete the design, you can click the preview button to preview the form. Once you are done, just click save and exit. So this is the request page. So a quick way to design a approval task form, we have the copy button. Just copy one, and let's say the approval form. Click OK. So click edit. You can see all the items have already been copied. This is the approval form, so that's will be used for the approver. Remember, line manager and department manager. So you need to have the task panel for make the decision, and also for the content, change it to be read only, because they don't need to change those information. Okay. Let's save and exit. All right, so I think that's done. So go to select connect the page and the actions. So for the start, connect with the leave request form, and for the line manager and the department manager is the same for the approval form. All right. Okay, save. Okay. So one last thing is probably you need to for the approver to receive the reminder. So you need enable email for each of the steps and click save, and then click deploy. So you're going to deploy the first version of the leave request. Okay, click OK and exit. All right, so from the forms page, you will see that your first workflow is ready. So the leave request, workflow, and their leave type, from, to, and the reason. I'm trying to submit one for the request. So choose the leave type, and from, to, Monday. Okay, so and hit submit. So from my items, from my request, you can say there one new request which the status is in process. So click this one to check the status. All right, it's first go to the line manager approval. Since my current account, my line manager is seen with my account, so it goes to myself. And we have the pending task, and I can check the information as an approver. I can add comments and approve or reject. So that's a very simple workflow demo. And so besides create the new workflow from scratch, you can also choose from our pre-installed templates. So you can actually create a new button, and remember we have the template library. From here, we have actually more than 20 workflow templates which you can use, which covers human resource, administrator, IT, and finance, and admin. So many departments with a very common workflow. So you can actually choose one, like for example the vendor form. You can just click and view the detail, some of the sample forms and the workflow, and there are install button. So you can just hit install, and once it's been installed, you can click OK to open the workflow designer to make some updates based on your organization's requirements. So here is the template, and here's some of the page. Let's say they're already configured content over there for the request and the task page. and also we've already configured some of the approver. You can just update based on your organization, like change the first one to be line manager. You can choose one user directly and click save. Okay, you can also add more steps over there. Once you are done, you can just click save and similar like click deploy. So this workflow, which comes from the template library, will go alive. All right, let's exit. You can see there one more workflow which called vendor form is coming from one of our online template with some of the modifications. You can hit vendor forms. Here is the form with many predefined fields. All right. Okay. So this is a very simple demo. You can actually create more workflow and forms based on your business needs. There are no limited for the amount. Okay, so you can also from this you can also manage your business data by creating some lists. For example, you can create a, let's say we have data list, calendar list, or document library. You can create a data list for like a vendor information, vendor info with let's say icon, and you can set the administrator, the editor, visitor. For example, I'm the administrator and I want someone to be to have the edit permission. Okay. Okay. So once you create a list, you can use that to manage some of your specific business data. For example, for a vendor info list, you can firstly create some of the columns, like from the list settings. There are some of the predefined columns. The first one is the title, and you can change the name to be vendor name. You can add some more columns with different type. For example, let's say a user column with let's say the owner of the vendor. And I'm going to add another one, let's say text area for all right. So once you are done, there are vendor name, description, and owners column, and this is very easy for a basic data list. So you can, let's say vendor one, and the owner is Williams, and there are some of the description, blah blah blah, and click OK. Okay, you can actually click the line to view the details and edit to add more information. More info. All right, this is very simple. You can actually create based on your needs. You can change the layouts of the list or the new form, edit form, or view form. All the page layouts can be changed and customized. All right, so let's go to the conversation. So here is a bot where you can log in to communicate with a bot for your task process. You need to log in to the bot. All right, so let's get back to the bot. You can see you're all set. It's being logged in with your Teams account. All right, let's type of help. There are actually two commands. Let's say I'm using my task to check all my pending tasks. There's actually one pending task here, and it's just the leaving request. Also, YeeFlow support for Teams tab. So if you go to the Teams tab, you can create different teams. For example, you can create a team like vendor management. Let's say build from scratch. It's let's say a private group. Let's see, a vendor management team. All right. I'm going to add William as a team member. All right. So then from the vendor management team group, the general channel, you can add a tab, YeeFlow tab. Okay, so YeeFlow install. Okay, with YeeFlow tab, you can actually choose the content list which you create from the app. For example, as you remember, we have the one of the content list called vendor info. You can select that one and attach that to the tab. Click save. All right, this is actually the same content list we've create in the app. So you can share the vendor information with all the team members in the Microsoft Teams, and other people can, which have the permission, can also view or edit those information. For example, I can add another vendor information. Let's say test from William, and I can set William as the owner. Click OK. And as a member, Williams, once it logs into the team, it can also get all the information and with the right access permissions. Alright, in this video, I introduced as a Microsoft Team user, how can you install YeeFlow in your organization and how to use YeeFlow to create workflow, content list, and how to use that with Teams Bolt and Teams tab. You can now try YeeFlow from Microsoft Teams App Store, or you can visit our website YeeFlow.com for more information. So that's all for today. Thank you for your watching.